I'm gonna wait to see if it's recording or streaming. Okay. I think I'm gonna spend 1 hour here. I'm a little bit tired, and I think I'm gonna put some music. Uh, I think it's copyrighted, but it's not gonna. Hopefully, it's not gonna block the video or something like that. So I'm gonna work on my portfolio. Alright, I passed a lot of stuff, all the other codes to the portfolio already. I'm just streaming today because I'm trying to stream as frequently as I can, but I'm doing a lot of stuff off stream, so I don't have a lot of time. And today was a good day to do it, but then I had other stuff to do. So at least I want to spend 1 hour here because I think it's gonna take me some time probably. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow as well, but after that, this script that I'm running is probably gonna be over, and then I'm gonna spend more time working on that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the site like this. I have to search for how to. I don't think you can use GIFs on Next.js. So what I'm probably gonna do is make images instead, but I don't think it's gonna look as good as with the GIFs. So I might decide to change the whole layout. But I think I'm gonna create another folder. I don't remember how I should do this with the command line. I think it's like that. I don't know, it's make there probably. Should import directory. Files you do echo, I think. I think what I'm gonna do is work on the hardhat stuff. So what I'm planning on doing next is I'm gonna put another button here, and I'm gonna make a donations page, and then I'm gonna make on that page, maybe on this page, or I'm either gonna put on the bottom of this page, or I'm gonna put on another page, and I'm gonna link NFTs. I'm gonna create smart contracts that is gonna work like an NFT marketplace, which I already have some of the code that I did for other projects, and then I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna put it as a donation page, and I'm gonna make a wallpaper of NFTs, and then people that buy NFTs can purchase real estate, let's say, on the website. And then obviously I can think about ideas to implement that in different ways. That might be interesting. Oh, we shouldn't do. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this stuff. I'm gonna do yarn, not npm. Yarn init. I'm gonna close all the other files, probably. I'm gonna have to copy a bunch of stuff from other projects. That's a good thing about... And this is something you don't... Actually, I did realize this. But I think a lot of people don't think this way, which is every time you do a project, the great thing about it is that it's saying that the chat is disabled, and I'm not sure why. It's kind of weird. I didn't change anything. I'll look into that later. Every time you code, you make a project, you it's kind of like building an arsenal of stuff you have, and then nothing really goes to waste unless you lose the code, obviously. But you can always reuse the code from other projects. And it actually made me think that it might be a good idea to do something on stream where I create different navbars, and then I can create a library of navbars. So kind of like doing what Tailwind is doing, but then I can build my own library, and then I will have that forever, essentially, which is something that I might do. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it or not, because I have this other stuff to do. But I think it is a good idea. The other thing that I can do is build a bunch of different landing pages, templates for landing pages. And then I can either sell that. I can sell that and use on my own, which I think is a good idea. Because that way, anytime that I want to build something or I want to do something, I have this library of code that I can reuse for every project that I do, and it's gonna save me a lot of time. And the thing that I don't like about using obviously I didn't use the paid version, so the paid version is probably better. But the downside of using things like Tailwind or any other libraries is not going to make you stand out because it's not customizable enough. And I think that's the direction things are going, and it's probably what's going to happen because it makes sense. I think that this is the reason why the world is moving to a dropshipping model or to models like that where you have small content creators, because as technology evolves, everything becomes more specialized. So it's essentially the first level of scale was to make everything the same. And now the level that the direction that things are going is to exponentially become more customizable everything, because everyone's trying to gain space from their own niche and becomes more specialized. So it becomes mass reproduced and at the same time customizable. That's the direction everything's gonna go. So I think that the trend is gonna be, and it's the only thing that makes sense, the trend is going to be to create more no-code tools until the coding becomes irrelevant, and that's the point of similarity. So I think that's the direction things are going. So anything that I can do is probably going to be based on that, on doing something that is related to that, because I think that's inevitable. I also forgot how to do testing, which is really annoying. I didn't really forget everything, but setting things up and testing is very annoying. I'm probably gonna have to do that. Fuck you. I didn't press enter there. Whatever, don't want to spend time searching this. So this file I'm gonna copy from the other project. This is always annoying to do this. I think it was this one. Or this one. think this one has the... Probably the other one is better. Because there are multiple different ways to do this, obviously. The other way is probably cleaner. Or more understandable. No, this is just for solo, so maybe it is the other one. I didn't deploy smart contracts for chain data. So I think I'm gonna copy this one. I'm trying to think, because I definitely remember doing the... Because eventually I'm gonna deploy in the binary smart chain, which is now BNB chain. And I remember doing a project where I deployed, or I built contracts for that, so I'm trying to find the file that has the configuration for that one specifically, just so I don't have to search it out. But I think maybe this one has it. Open this again. I want to copy this. Wasn't this one? Oh, it was the VMS one. So let's see if this one has it. Yeah, this was the one, I think. But it still doesn't have the Binance Smart Chain, so I'm gonna have to put it there. Also, I'm gonna have to put my private key there. I think I'll probably do that off stream later. Let me see if I have the network open on MetaMask. I think I do. Yeah, I do. Not sure if I need to download this stuff here, but I'm not gonna do that. Because I already downloaded everything from the thing that was suggested there, so that is not gonna change anything. So I put the URL here, which is the RPC provider, public RPC provider for the Binance Smart Chain. And then what I'm gonna do is simply open this again and copy the code. And I'm gonna do some modifications to the code, because I remember, or maybe it's better to copy the Celo one. It's gonna be, or maybe not. This one is the one that has the contract, I guess. Yeah, because the one that I'm gonna use, the way that I did for Celo, I think I got the contract for one marketplace, but I separated the logic in a way that you could list potentially an NFT for any marketplace you want. And what I want to do here is not that. I just want to list my own NFTs from my own marketplace, which means that the logic for both of them is integrated. Yeah, but I don't think I have the contracts anymore. So what I'm gonna do is copy both. So this is a contract that creates an NFT, I think. Yeah, it creates and stores NFTs. And the other one is the marketplace. I also don't think I ever did something with. I don't even know if. I guess I don't need to test on a Binance Smart Chain test chain because it's the same thing as testing on an Ethereum test net because the logic is the same. They both use the EVM, so it doesn't really matter that much. So I guess I can test on Garlic, I think, because Rinky Buy is not possible anymore because of the move from proof of work to proof of stake. Maybe I should. I'm gonna open the Silo network thing, which is the Decade project, because I think that it might be better. This contract here, maybe. I want the simplest one that I can, because I'm probably gonna change anyway. This is the same one. Let's look here. It's probably the same. I remember using the same contracts for both, because it is the same project essentially. But I thought I had saved the one that was more simple. Maybe I can search on my Git repository. I guess I'm not sure because I might, by doing some extra work to try to find the simplest contract, I might save time from having to understand both of these contracts and then changing them. So that is only one. Yeah, so now I'm gonna have to spend some time understanding these contracts and then seeing how it integrates the other, which is the NFT. If I remember correctly, first you deploy the NFT. It depends on the logic of how the smart contract is gonna work is gonna depend on the front end. Because on the front end, I'm gonna put whether or not I'm gonna call the two functions for the same button, or if I'm going to separate the logic for minting the NFT and for listing on the site. I think I'm gonna put them both on the same button. So when someone clicks the button, they can upload an image, put a text, and put a value, and then based on that, the value is gonna be stored on the contract. And that's the idea, I think. And then obviously I'm gonna have to create a card which I already have from the silo, but I'm probably gonna modify to display the NFT. And then I can think about other stuff that I can do later as well to build on that. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do first, because I'm also thinking about building a blog. So, and I want to build the blog separately and link the blog inside of the portfolio, or make it as a link in the portfolio, and I might link the two things, the NFTs with the blog. I'm probably gonna do or try to do something with blockchain in the blog as well. I have a couple of ideas of things that might be interesting, but only when I get there I'll think about it. And then I remember there's a difference here as well, because this contract uses a mapping of mappings in order to keep track of NFTs, and the simplest one was only one mapping to keep track, so it had the ID and the address. And here I don't remember exactly the logic really well, why there's two mappings, but I remember it has something to do with the fact that you want to use multiple different marketplace, so I might remove this. Yeah, I think it's mapping the address, which is the address of the NFT, with the listing, or the address of the marketplace. No, marketplace doesn't make a lot of sense, I think. Yeah, because there's the logic of this marketplace and the NFT as well. So it's probably mapping the NFT contract address with the logic of this marketplace. I don't remember really well. I'm gonna search for this. But I think... And this I don't think I have to change anything, because it is simple. Yeah, this is the symbol of the NFT. Pool payments is for security, if I remember. Then these are the contracts for the standard contracts for creating NFTs. ERC 721. And then this is a counter that keeps track of the NFTs that were minted. Here, total supply, if you want to put total supply. Maybe I don't think I'm gonna put that. I think I didn't use that. I put it here, but then I decided to not use it because it added complexity, and I just wanted to get it done as fast as possible. And function to burn that comes from ERC21. Token URI, which is to keep track of the FPA. I forgot the name of the thing. There is something that keeps track of the NFT based on a link or something like that. Don't remember really well. And this is the approval for minting or for trading the NFT. I'm gonna have to look at the Celo project to remember how everything works, because it's been a long time since I've seen this. Where's the mint function? Okay, safe mint. So guess the address, which is going to be the owner of the NFT, and the URI, which is the identification, I think, of the NFT. Then increases the counter. Yeah, this is the stuff here. So this is, yeah, I'm gonna delete this because I'm not gonna do total supply, I think. The means and sets the token URI. I'll look at this later. I think I can close this. And I leave the default thing here. Oh yeah, the deploy script as well. I'm gonna change that. And I'm gonna copy the one that I have already, which is better because it automatically writes the address and the API through the folders that you want. Don't remember which one is it. It's not this one. So it has to be this. Yeah. So it uses the file sync to write the address and the API right as you deploy, which is good because then you don't risk losing the address after deploying. The address is obviously important. So the name is correct. So 15 marketplace. Let's see if I put something on the constructor, because there I'm passing an argument to the constructor, but I think this contract doesn't have anything when you create. I think that argument is the feature, because when I was creating the marketplace I was thinking about making a fee for people, so that the contract wins a fee every time people trade in an NFT. But I don't think this one has. I don't think it even has a constructor. Yeah. So I'm gonna remove this. So it deploys both of them and then calls this function, which is gonna store in this directory. I don't think with this one I created networks. I remember copying this and putting it on another project, and then on the other project I modified this so that for each different network that I deploy a contract I can pass here, so it's more organized. But this one I don't think I'm gonna need it because I'm probably gonna do on Binance Smart Chain only. So okay, let me take now. Close this. And now I'm gonna try to understand this contract here. And also the testing is gonna be annoying. I remember the Decade project, I spent a bunch of time creating the tests and testing, but I also deployed a bunch of different contracts to a testnet, and I actually made a bunch of tests and spent a bunch of time debugging using the front end and the deployed contracts instead. So it might be better to just work on the front end before, but I don't think because I also think it's good to force myself to learn to not learn but practice testing. Which I don't want to do because I have to search how to do everything. Or yeah. So if I remember, there is a before each function that you can. Maybe we should just copy the ones that I did. I think it's better. Because the thing is, I don't want to spend time on stuff that doesn't really matter that much. I'd rather do this fast and then think about. Because it's more interesting spending time testing on new things than testing on things that are already done. So I'm trying to get to the point where I have this thing set up so I can start thinking about new ways that I can implement this, so that I can build sites and then integrate these with actual sites that I deploy to try to run affiliate marketing or run ad campaigns to create sales funnels and things like that. So it becomes more practical. I don't think this one has the task for the NFT marketplace, but it has for the other one at least. I remember spending a bunch of time trying to figure out how to fund or how to pass money to the address so that it tests, so that it has enough money. And this is the part, I think. So before each runs before each task, as it says, each describes a particular set of different tasks, and then the it is the particular thing you're trying to figure out. Okay, so this one has the NFT marketplace as well. Yeah, remember I put both of them on the same file, so maybe I should change now. So this sends the transaction to the account 1 address, so the account 1 address has enough balance to test, to mint the NFT, I think. And then I expect the balance to be equal 1 because I'm passing 10 here. I don't remember exactly if this is supposed to be at least, or is supposed to be equivalent or at least. I don't remember really well, but I think it works. And I connect the owner to the NFT and I mint passing the account 1 address and the token URI. So the token URI, I think, is the link, the IPFS link that is gonna have the NFT, the metadata for the NFT, I think. I'm starting to remember. Then I test the means, then NFT marketplace. I create a bunch of different signers, a bunch of different wallets. I expect the name should be equals this, and the symbol should be equals this, and the fee percent. Let me search for how to run this again. I think here it's probably npx hardhat test, something like that, or hardhat run test. But I just want to make sure that I find the right command through. to run. And I'm gonna run these ones. I assume that some of the tests will fail, but I think after I run, I'm gonna work on the front end actually. It's more interesting. I'm gonna probably copy a bunch of code from the silo for getting the cards. Okay, this is the part I'm trying to think about, because I'm trying to also think about adding extra functionality or doing interesting things. It's probably not like this because, yeah. So I have to download this, install this. I remember I had the same problem before. That's when you install everything and then it still asks you to install a couple of libraries the first times it runs, because tests require the libraries. I still think it's not gonna work. I'm not sure if the command is like that as well. Module.in. That's the thing I'm trying to think about as well, because in order to deploy the things, I'm gonna need the private key, and I think I'd rather do that, create the .ini file and then add the private key offstream. So I don't think I'm gonna deploy the contracts to a testnet, and yeah. Again, there's probably one more after this that I still have to install. It's gonna complain. Also trying to think which one is better to put on a different link or on this one. I think I'm more inclined to put it on this, because if I put it on an external link, there's less incentive. So, which makes me think that it's probably better to make it as a section of the website. I don't think I'm concerned with people uploading a bunch of images that are like porn or stuff like that. But maybe I should be, because I might look at this on stream. But yeah. Because I don't think there is a way to prevent this also. But obviously what I can do is manually switch things up in the front end. There's also the question of whether or not, I was thinking about offstream by putting how I'm gonna organize which ones stay at the top. And it could be, I could organize by how old it is, so how soon, let's say, someone bought, and so if someone buys the NFT now, which there's also the question about price. So I can make an initial price or minimum price, but I don't think that's good. But yeah. So if someone buys now, then, because then it would increase the value of the NFT the longer I have this page, and the more advanced, let's say, I get into my career. But the problem with that is then there is no incentive to buy other NFTs. So that's the question. And because I don't know, because the main reason for doing this is not the NFTs itself. I'm thinking about doing something more, but I don't know exactly what. But because the issue with NFTs is just if it is just a JPEG, is useless, and I don't want to do that. I want to integrate the NFTs with something that is actually useful. So I view this more as a first step, let's say. But I want to make sure that I try my best to make it in a way that, as I think about building more stuff on top of this, it's already set up in a way that is gonna align with whatever I want to do with it. And I think there might be interesting ideas. Maybe I could do something with hiring with freelance. So make. But then what? What can I do with that? Because I can do testimonials of NFTs, but then there's not much that I can do with that, because it's just testimonials. The other thing would obviously be to post jobs as the NFT. So each NFT is a job, and if you get the NFT, then you activate the job or something like that. The other idea is possibly create a fund. That sounds like an interesting idea as well. So I can make a bunch of NFTs, and then maybe I can set goals. That would be interesting as well. Yeah, I think that this is the final one. Control. So now is more of a time that I have to think about the ideas. I don't think it's worth coding much, because it's not that hard actually. I think it's not gonna be that hard to figure out how to put the stuff. Just create a button and then create a space for, or a section for an NFT. I think it's more difficult to think about what would be an interesting idea to create, so that I can build here, and then, because what I'm thinking about doing next is becoming better and better at creating sites, simple sites using Next.js. Things like landing pages, or things for dropshipping or affiliate marketing or blogs. And I want to think about something that I can do on the portfolio that is gonna allow me to have the code, as I said before, because then I can reuse that code in other interesting ways whenever I try to do affiliate marketing or dropshipping or something like that. I think that's gonna be interesting, but I have to think about what can I do with, what would be an interesting thing to do that is gonna fit on the portfolio, and it may also be useful for those things, and it might be something that I can improve as well on the portfolio later. So it looks like there's something incorrect here. There's the path here. I don't remember this really well. I think I'm gonna delete this altogether. It's the testnet for the silo network, I think. it's because I don't have the... Maybe it's because I don't have the .env files. The .env thing here. But maybe not. Hardhat config. Networks. Expected value of HTTP accounts. So it's probably complaining about this value here, I imagine. Because I didn't put the .env file, didn't create the .env file. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do that off stream. Let's see. So I'm gonna work on the front end, I think. It's more interesting for now. I'm gonna work on the front end, then I'll set up the .env upstream, and I'll read these contracts more and understand, remember how they work. We're probably gonna change this for a more simple mapping, just for the ID of the NFT and the address, and I'm gonna put the logic on the same one. I think I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna copy this into this one, and then I'm gonna inherit the NFT on the marketplace, and as I mint the NFT, I list on the marketplace. That's what I'm gonna do, I think, because it's more simple and it's more aligned with what I'm trying to do here. Oh, the other thing that I have to do is set up the database. So maybe that's what I should do. Because I still... The other one I was using backend, Node.js backend, to set up the email, the contact me thing. But maybe that's more complicated, so I should probably do... I'm probably gonna have to watch a lot of videos. Also listening to music now, so...
In this episode, we will...
I think what I'm gonna do is just put another button there and then make another section, copy the code from the silo, so I have the cards, and then I play around with the cards. The contacts. Just want to make sure that the clicks are working here. I didn't test them, I think. Okay, so it still goes down. I think it's weird that it works, but I don't have the elements with these IDs here. I still don't understand why it's working. Because the hashtag is supposed to grow. Oh no, the ID is here, what I'm talking about. I guess I just didn't see it when I was going through this last time I did this portfolio thing. So I'm gonna create another component NFT. place. It's kind of simple, so I don't think I'm gonna need to pass props or do any stuff like that. It's almost over. I'm gonna open this project here. This part might be difficult because I don't remember really well. I don't think this one has the code actually. It's probably on the other one. So I'm gonna have to understand or remember what I did here. Maybe it's not here. Oh no, it's here. I think I didn't. It was something. I remember there was a bunch of different components. And there was a utils file that I did all the logic for. For handling the interaction with the NFTs. Oh, there's also this stuff that I forgot, which is the MetaMask connection. I'm definitely gonna copy this. Do I put this on another file? I think I'm gonna put it on the same one. It's not really a component, so I should probably rename this. Maybe I should put it on another file. It's not really a component. I think I'm gonna create the. I think it makes more sense to create the hooks file folder. And then put this on the hooks. And these are different injectors for the connection using the Web3 React library that provides a context to connect a MetaMask wallet in the front end. And these might be different as well because the way that Next.js works. I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I think because I'm probably gonna have to do get server side props or something like that. True. Because Next.js, as far as I understand, loads everything on the server side, and then we have special functions to load this stuff from the server side. And I don't think you can use require here in the same way that I used here. Or maybe you do, I don't remember really well. And now I have to go on the other one and I have to put the wrappers for the context. Don't remember where I put that exactly. Maybe it's this. No, it's navigation. Yeah. Yeah, all this stuff here. I'm gonna have to put this on the same file there. It's here. On this one, because this one is the one that contains the navigation here. So I'm gonna have to add it here. And then I have to copy the stuff from there. And then I also have to put on index, I think. Injected comes from the connectors. Remember, it was a pain in the ass to do this. And then also because you have to maintain the connection from the user on multiple different sites, so you have to use React context to keep track of the wallets, and it was really annoying to figure out how to do that. And then this, there we go. Yeah, and then here I'm gonna put. So instead of this, I'm gonna put the function there to connect the wallet. I'm gonna copy the thing, I think, that I did on the other one, which is a component that uses a conditional statement depending on whether or not the wallet is connected to load different types of buttons. And these are the parts that I think are gonna be more difficult. I don't remember doing this here. Which is to create the logic for connecting, for minting the NFT. It's not that difficult, but it's gonna be annoying because I'm gonna have to remember how everything works. Yeah, that's how it worked. You have all these functions, and then these functions call the other functions for connecting with the NFT. And I want to see the file that contains this logic, so that I remember how the IPFS thing works. Because I remember you have to do something with the API or something like that. Don't remember exactly how it worked. And by here it looks like I only have the notification there. Send price. Maybe I changed this file and it's on the other file. This is essentially the file that has the code for the form that pops up when you're gonna create the NFT to upload. But I think I put it on the other file. Don't remember really well. Oh, this is also annoying. So let me go back. Yeah, I have to do this, I think. And this is the function that allows you to connect the contracts. It's a helper function. To use it as a hook on the other pages every time you want to connect the contract. Or use the contract to call a function. Because, and that's the annoying part, that now that I remember, because of this thing here, that you have to use the context, and you also have to provide which library you're using. I'm probably gonna copy this file and then put it there. Here. I'm probably gonna use this. I was gonna do. So it looks like it still didn't install the. I think I have to do directly like this. Yeah, I was gonna put there the functions. I think it's in this logging button that I put the logic. Oh, this is the logic for the connection, and then it activates these functions here. I don't remember. Oh, I think it's logging, but it's actually not for logging. I think this is for creating the NFT. This is the component that creates the NFT. So let me put the other stuff here. And then I have to import this from React, I think. Don't remember if it is React or not, but I think it is. I don't remember. Oh, maybe it was a library. Yeah, React Bootstrap. I'll probably have to install that as well. I'm probably gonna create another button anyway because I have to. This one it has the style from it has the classes from React Bootstrap or from maybe it's Tailwind CSS actually. Yeah, that creates this, and it creates a different style. So I'm gonna have to do this differently probably. On the CSS, I ended up just copying everything to the app.css here. It doesn't change much, I think. And it's probably better given that I don't have the Tailwind, the expensive one.
The mystery of life isn't a problem to solve, but a reality to experience.
I think. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is create another CSS file, I think, and then style these buttons with the other CSS. Or maybe I'll use app.css as well. Just create different classes. So I style the button differently. Yeah, but this is the MetaMask one. I was also gonna create the link just to check the NFTs. I want to think more about what can I do potentially that is more interesting than NFT. Something that I can use NFTs in a way that is actually useful and not just a JPEG that doesn't add any value. Yeah, let me test this and see how it looks like or if it works or not. There's also something weird that is happening, which is I'm having to build this every time. I don't know, I'm not sure why or why this is happening. But because it didn't do that before, but now every time I make a change I have to build the thing again. So maybe I have to delete the build folder and then try to use yarn start or change the script in the package.json file. I'm trying to think if I need anything else from this. I'm probably gonna need it because, yeah, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna copy now or not. Maybe I'm thinking about the wrong project as well. I have the wrong idea in my mind of what this project is because I don't remember really well. I don't remember doing this and this. I think it's slightly different than the one that I have in mind. To remember which component I want to copy from here to the other one. But maybe this logging I should also copy. Yeah, this I remember. I think this function is the one that I was using. But there was some other stuff here. There was other functions that I had here. That they seem that this one doesn't have. This project doesn't have. But they're probably on the other project. Or maybe I just didn't do the backup properly. That might be the case as well. Which is weird because when I do the backup, I usually pass the whole folder or I just copy the entire thing, but maybe I messed it up because of the way that I did it. I copied in the wrong way or whatever. Or it's on a different project that I don't remember. Yeah, this one only has the things for the contracts. Or maybe it was on the folder that I didn't copy to this computer after I disconnected the external hard drive that I have. It's also possible. It's definitely not here, the project that I'm thinking about. Which is the project from the... It was supposed to be on this folder, but it was supposed to have all the files for this one. But I guess it's a good thing because then I have to think about how to do it again. Maybe I'll copy this. This has the modal, which is useful. So this, when you click the button, it opens up a modal. It uses the state to determine whether or not it's opened. So I think I'm gonna copy this. I'm probably gonna use. I don't want to build the farm again. The thing that is always confusing to me is how the price the units work is always confusing. How to parse, but I guess you just use parse ethers and then it works. But there's definitely files missing here because I remember the file that I'm trying to search for is also the one that has the cards, and there was a file that I remember doing, which is, I think is the profile or the explore one. I don't think it's on this project, but it was supposed to be on this project, which is a file that contains the logic for displaying the NFTs, but it doesn't look like it's here, so it's probably gone. I think what happened is I didn't back up properly, or I got the wrong files. Maybe it's here. Yeah, but, oh no, maybe it's this project. Also here. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay. So this is the project actually. I thought that's I only had the smart contracts though. But I think the files are here. Yeah, good. Nice. I was sure there was files missing there. I remember spending a lot of time doing these things. But this is also not... I think this is from another project probably. It's probably from the Ethereum speedrun. Yeah, this one is probably from the Ethereum speedrun. Well, this part it is, but then this is from my project. Yeah, this is from mine, I think. Because I remember doing this, then you map through the thing, and then you display based on a condition if it's relisted or not, if it's bought or not. And then this is the function that fetches the items from the contract. And then I created these ones to create the abstractions by using the use contract hook for the market and the minter, which is the one that creates. And then there's the file that has the functions to mint and list the contract, and I put it on the same function. Yeah, but the problem with this one, and this is why I had to change things up, because this one uses the contract kit from Silo, so I think it only works on the Silo network. But then I had to see how to change this to make it work with Web3 React, and that's why the other folder is different, because the way that you get the signer is different when you're using ethers or when you're using this library. But I'm definitely gonna copy these files here as well. I'm probably gonna use them. Then, yeah, I think it's on YouTube's this stuff. This is for displaying the address, and then this is for the numbers. Yeah, but this is the thing that I was talking about. So you get the API using this IPFS client. This is the stuff that I wasn't remember really well. But it is a IPFS. And then here I put all the functions to mint the NFT. Mint and display. Yeah, to give approval, mint and list the NFT on the marketplace. And these functions are at the bottom of the file. And a lot of these functions I got from the Silo tutorial, and then I modified them for my use case. But these ones are the useful ones that I was trying to find, because I think they are the core of the thing. This one. And what else? Oh yeah, now let me try to find the one that has a card. I think it was this one. A card, and then and this is the one that has the model. So I think I already copied. Maybe not. Components, create. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to change this stuff. Ideally, I would find the one that I have that has the navigation, which I use Web3 React to build this stuff, to build the contracts. This is one is correct. But I guess it's not that hard actually to. The hardest part would be to recreate all these other files. It would be a lot of time. But to get the contract, I don't think it's that hard. To get the address, just have to search. I just have to search the library for Web3 React. It's probably, yeah, probably. If I remember correctly, you import this on the file and then you call this, and inside of here you have the context. And the context has, yeah, the context has these things here. And the account is the address that is connected, I think, currently, which is, yeah, the address of the person. And so what else do I need to put there? And maybe I'll copy this one as well because I'm probably gonna reuse. Yeah, this is the one that creates the cards. The NFT component is the one that has the card, which is this one here, if I remember. Yeah, NFTs, cards. So this file, this folder here, and then that file as well. I'll copy. And then I'm probably gonna add this as a component on the page to set up the cards. Yeah, I think that's it probably. I think I can get rid of this stuff as well. I think I just copied this from the Ethereum speedrun because I thought I was gonna use, but I ended up not using it. This stuff is also from there. Additional, it looks like it's not giving me, but if I try to build this, it's gonna complain because I don't have these things. What I can do is copy this from here to here, and replace this with this. This loader comes from what? I think it comes from library. UI loader. Yeah, it uses the spinner from React Bootstrap. And then this is also from should display the notifications in a better way, but I don't think I'm gonna copy this one. And this is for the model thing, but I also don't think I ended up using this. Copy this here, or paste, and then I'm gonna change. Also change here. And also I'll have the utils on. Yeah, let me see. It's probably gonna yell at me, but yeah. Dotting. That's weird. Oh, I think I added dotting on the backend. And not here. Hooks, connectors. Yeah, this one I have to install as well. I don't know why you have to install them separately, because it would make more sense to me that they put everything on the under Web3 React, but apparently when you load the Web3 React it doesn't come with the other ones. Don't know why. Maybe there was a problem here. It's probably something to do with C++ or something like that. Usually that's where the mistakes come from. Is the thing that is more likely to mess it up. Oh, I think I remember this. I think I had to manually change this somewhere. I don't remember really well. Or maybe it was in another project that I'm thinking about. Because I'm pretty much sure that in one project, but I think it was something to do, I think it was on a Rust project that I changed, where it didn't have the option for Windows 64 on the if-else statements of the library in order to load something. But then I ended up not making a git request or git pull or whatever, because I wasn't sure if the thing that I did was the correct way to fix that. Yeah, it's something to do with Visual Studio in Python. It's usually where the mistakes come. I'm gonna copy the name of this thing here. I think I have everything now that I want from this project. I need to remember that is inside of this NFT marketplace, inside of this file. So. Well, the other something that I can do as well is get these addresses here, and then I can use these ones to test the display on the front end without deploying my own, just so I see how it's gonna look, and then later I use the other ones. I also think I'm gonna copy the .env file once I close this string. Oh, the navbar. Maybe it is here. No, this is the so. Okay. I think I copied this one. And I think the appearance is on the Explorer one that I copied already, which creates the cards. But there was something, maybe it's on this one that I copied as well. Yeah, I think it's on this one. That has the CSS, yeah, that actually creates the cards that are going to be displayed. I'm probably going to have to change this. Or I should change the way that it shows up there. So I think I'm going to close this. Or maybe not, actually, because I'm going to copy the .env file still. Try to install this separately. I think it's something to do with the source codes. Though I had a problem with this MS build as well. In some other place, and then I remember I fixed it somehow. But I don't remember how. It's probably something to do. It is something to do with Visual Studio, and something to do with the build files of Visual Studio, but I don't remember exactly what. I think I have to download some helper stuff from Visual Studio. This ms build.x is the problem. Maybe I'm using this stuff on the other project. I don't remember very well. Yeah, there's so much stuff that I did it, or that I'm doing at the same time. It's kind of hard to. It gets confusing which thing is which. And again, this error here. But it seems like I installed something at least. Try the other one again. No pre-built binaries found. It's probably something to do with Visual Studio. Oh, it's something to do with the Python path, this system. Yeah, I think I changed this recently. That's probably why I'm getting this error. Because the system probably can't find the Python path properly, or something like that. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm using the thread, I think, and that's why it's saying no parallel here, probably. Because you can only use this thing. I can't use in parallel with the other process that I'm running, because I'm running a script now on the other file. Maybe I can do this from outside of VS Code, because I know I can run multiple different Python scripts, but probably through VS Code not possible. Yeah, parallel builds, please add M switch. But then I don't think I can use that with Yarn because I'm calling the scripts that are gonna call this one, so I would have to find which scripts are activating this one, so I can change that script to add the M switch to run it. So it's trying to activate something on Visual Studio with this MS build, and it's not running because I'm running the other Python script. That's probably what's happening. And I can only run with parallel processing if I call this with the M switch, but then I have to find the file. And I don't want to do this. Maybe I can just go there, but I don't think because it's better to wait for the other script that I have to finish and then do this after, instead of trying to change the folder. And after the other one is finished, I try again with this one. Well, let me try to build one more time. It's probably not gonna work. Just to see what happens. So I think I'm gonna stop here after this because I wanted to run to see how it looks. Maybe I can, yeah, but then if I comment out every place that I have the connectors, that I'm using the connectors, then maybe I'm only using, yeah, because it's not gonna build if I have the file, that's the problem. Oh, I can just comment this out maybe. Yeah, let me try this. I wanna see how it looks like if the button is there and if there are other things on the page, so I can think about what I can do potentially after. I don't think I'm even using these other connectors as well. If I remember, I'm only using the injected connector, which is the connector for the MetaMask. The other ones are connectors for other wallets. Yeah, I think I'm only using the injected one. Or maybe not. So this comes from connectors. And now it's probably the thing that the problem that I'm using Next.js, and I have to change the way that this works, because in Next.js it works differently than React, and this was created for React, so the .env doesn't work. So I think I'm gonna, because I already added the .env here, it's still not working, so that's probably the reason. So I'm probably gonna have to put the connectors on the get server side props function instead of the index here. Maybe I'll do this now actually. It's not that difficult. And .env. I think I'm gonna do this now. And there was things as well to do that I can pass here, I think, that have to do with the navigation or the context, because this, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that, but it's probably something that is good to review. And then here you also return something like that. Yeah, I probably have to pass actually. I don't remember really well how it works. For this one, I'm gonna look at the chain data project to copy the stuff that I did before. And then I can pass this stuff here. The problem is, should I pass everything? There's gonna be a lot of, I don't wanna put everything on the same file, just a lot of code. I want to delete these ones that this is for Coinbase. And I think I'm only going to leave the injected one for now. And these ones are the chain IDs. Yeah, I don't think this one has the chain ID for Binance. I think it's 56. I'm not really sure. And then here, I don't remember really well. I'm gonna look at the chain data. I think I need to pass this up as props here. And then this is gonna pass the connector here. And pass like this. So maybe... I don't remember really well. Oh, it's because complaining because of the type. And this is annoying as well to think about the type. So then I have to think about what this has, and then I have to investigate this library. I don't think they have a type that a library that I can import, choose it as types. Hopefully this works. Yeah, doesn't exist on this time. Part of the reason why I want to do this with TSX is because it forces me to think about this, but I hate thinking about this because it just seems useless. I understand that it's useful for bigger projects, but for something like this, because then you have to think about, it's really annoying to think about which type to put here, and then if I don't have a type, I have to create a type, and then think about how it's gonna work. It's really annoying to do. Let me look at the other project to see how I did that, and then I will think about whether or not I'll do this with TSX and then spend a bunch of time searching on how to properly put the type of this there. I think it's gonna be, I think I'm gonna have to create some type maybe. Because this has the connector which is the injected connector, so I think something like this. But then there's a complaint. It's complaining that it doesn't exist on this type. You can search it up later. It is really annoying though. This feels like a useless detail. But I understand that it matters. It's just that the project isn't big enough to see the actual benefit of doing this. But I guess I'll do this later. I'm gonna see the project, the chain data, just see how I did that, the get server side prompts to remember. And then I think I'll stop here and I'll search this next time on which thing to use there, and I'll continue to work on this stuff. And also hopefully by then the other script that I have is gonna stop, and then I will be able to install the other library as well. Otherwise I'm gonna have to search for that as well. Yeah, so this is how I did it. So it's the query that has the URL parameters. And I guess I remember correctly, so we do pass props here. And it is an object. Let me close. Oh, I can't close this. That one, yes. The props, object. Okay. So that one I remember correctly. So there I pass the query. Because I don't think I'm gonna use URL parameters, but maybe I will. And then I probably wrote the wrong way here, because here I'm using a const, so it's different. There I'm using a function. It has to be async as well. And then I have to put a type here probably. I'm just gonna put any for now so it stops complaining. Thanks, like this. I don't remember really. How to put any type? I remember I didn't want to show this stuff when I was doing this because I wasn't sure if I was gonna continue to build the chain data, but I don't think I'm gonna build that or continue to build the chain data thing. Because my emphasis is more on getting the data now and then seeing what I can do. I'm not fully invested on the idea of building a site to show MEV. I'm more invested in the idea of analyzing MEV, and then I think about applications later. So I mainly did the site for the experience, and yeah, because it was a challenge. So yeah, so it should work. I don't understand why it's not working now. And it's not complaining here, sure. But maybe I'll just copy the same way that it is here and then see. There is return. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe if I copy the imports. Oh yeah, because I have the type here for this. I'm not gonna lose this stuff here. It's now it went away. Let's see if I can do any. Here. Still have this problem though. Oh yeah, that's the other stuff that I was gonna see. Is how I use this stuff that I'm passing here. Yeah, I do it like this. And then I did this. Actually, let me think. Because here, yeah, because I'm destructuring, I don't need to pass props, so I think. So I just pass connector. And then this I have to copy again because I deleted it from here. Seems to be good now. And I don't understand why this file is complaining. Find type definition for if client one. I don't understand. Let me try to run again and see if it works. Nice. Maybe I can start and see. Weird. Can close this. There's nothing showing up here. Oh, here. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, I also don't have the BSC thing here. I should put 0 as well. I'm gonna get it from this one. I think it's 56 the chain ID, but I don't remember which one. It's probably failing because of something to do with this file, but I don't understand what's wrong. So I'm gonna have to search the error that I'm getting there. probably because one of the libraries doesn't have type definition, and it's requiring because it's a TypeScript project. If lifeline. It's probably because of the GIP thing. Yeah, it's gonna give me an error because of the GIP stuff. It's weird that it's building though. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here and then I'll see this another day. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna wait for the other script to run, then I'm gonna try to fix these things off stream. And I'm gonna see it, I think next time I'm gonna see how it is on the thing. I don't think maybe I'll change off stream, but maybe not. I'll see how the components are, and then I'm gonna think about things that I can do with NFTs that are not just JPEGs. I think I'm gonna start it off as doing this Hall of Fame thing, where you can pay to get NFTs, and then those NFTs work as real estate on the site. That's the beginning, and then from that point I'm gonna think about other stuff that I can do, and then I'm gonna think about how to integrate that with other projects. Maybe I'll just leave it as the Hall of Fame for the portfolio and then start working on my blog, and then once I do that, then I think about more use cases for integrating this stuff on the blog. Then from that point, maybe when I build other sites or landing pages or things like that, I'll think about how I'm gonna do that. I want to integrate this stuff that I already have with the new stuff, and I keep doing that on stream probably. And I might also do, which is the other idea, maybe to work on the graph algorithms as well again, because I lost the ones I had, so I also have to study that. And the other thing is I might do something where I build a bunch of different components and different styles and templates for navbar, especially navbar, because the navbar is the one that is the most annoying to build. I think I'm gonna do it with Next.js because I remember it was really hard, because in a lot of times you're gonna have to take the context into consideration, and if you have logging with Web2 and authentication, it gets really annoying to build and really complicated, a lot more than it seems. So I think it might be a good idea to spend time building multiple different templates and then have that as a library so I can use on every other project that I'm gonna build, and do this for other components or build. Yeah, that's kind of the general direction that I'm thinking about going. But it's probably gonna take me some time to stream again because I'm working on a lot of other stuff off stream. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna come back.